Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Toontastic Journeys, the podcast where we love to relive that nostalgia of Saturday morning and weekday afternoon cartoons, but with an adult perspective. My name is Josh, aka J-Time, and I am here today with my favorite people in the world, my lovely co-host. Why don't y'all say your highs, starting with Laura?
Hi, everyone.
All right. How are you doing today, Laura?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. And then we got the host with the most, CJ. How you doing, CJ?
Yeah, what up? It's your boy CJ, and as you can see, for once, I am not at work. I am actually at home. And since you guys actually see this video, you can see my homeboy who's always with me, Squishy. This is my boy Squishy. He goes with me everywhere. Last time we went to Vegas, he was there, just chilling like a villain. This is my boy, yeah, Squishy. All right, yeah, all right, yeah.
Well,
We gonna have fun today.
you
We're
can't
gonna
be
have
the
fun
only one
today.
with a squishy. I got
Uh,
my little crow here.
yeah. What's his name?
I ain't named him yet. I've been slacking. I got him at the Renaissance Fair in June. He don't have a name yet. I ain't just gonna come up with something.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I might name him after it'll be some anime name. I haven't decided yet. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I named mine
folks,
after the first thing I yelled when I saw him.
oh yeah, no, it will definitely have an anime name. All my stuff, like my Xbox is Bulma, so
Wow. Yeah. Now I always name things that I always give some time, like whatever, however I feel and what personality presents itself. That's what I give them. Like like when I had my pet, I waited like 2 weeks before I finally named him. I ended up naming him Damien.
I mean,
He
damn, that says a
destroyed
lot about his
everything.
personality.
He destroyed everything, and they just look at you like, "Hi."
Was I a good boy?
It's like, no, bitch, you ate through my wall. I know.
Yo, Pitts is a trip. Like other
Bro.
dolls, they eat shoes, underwear. Nah, Pitts will eat the concrete.
Bro,
They'll bite through your drywall.
he
You'll come
burrowed
home missing part of
through
a
the
door.
middle of my bed, bro.
Bro, damn.
Yeah, he ate not one, not two, but 3 love seats.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, and he turned, like those blind, the blinds on the big windows,
The vertical
the ones that, the
blinds?
vertical blinds. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ours were a patchwork quilt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's gonna happen.
we had to keep taping them together. Yeah, and he ripped our carpet to shreds.
Well,
It
damn.
took me months to figure out how he was doing that until I left for work. I remember when I forgot something. I came back, and as I walked to the door, I saw him. He had one corner of the carpet in his mouth, and he ran straight across the other side of the room with it.
Damn.
Just ripping in the shingles. I'm like, ah!
Tell me you want to be an outside dog without telling me you want to be an outside dog.
Right. No, he hated me going to work.
Oh, I
Yeah,
bet.
as soon as he see me
Had that
getting dressed,
separation anxiety. A lot of
yeah,
pits have that for some reason.
yeah. As soon as he see me getting dressed, he run over and he'd go lay on my shoes.
Be all mad. Be like, don't worry, I got a gift for you when you come home.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, just fucked up everything.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right. For those of y'all who are new here, I'm going to go over a couple house rules that we have at Toontastic. First off, we are discussing cartoons, both movies and TV shows, and with that territory comes spoilers. Okay. That said, I will tell you what we are reviewing and where you can watch it before we get into any spoilers. That way you can pause it, go watch it, and then come back and follow along with us. Along with that spoiler, I want to let you know we are doing this as adults, which means we are going to be reviewing this with adult language. Doesn't mean we are going to be rude and lewd just to do it for the sake of not giving a fuck, but it's going to happen. And so if you're watching with your kid, you've been warned, though you probably knew already because I think we dropped a couple F-bombs earlier, but you've been warned. It's just how we do things here at Toontastic. Now, with that being said, we are going to be sinking our teeth into something a little bit darker than we normally do. I'm very excited about this episode, and it's something that just came out very recently. And so definitely, once again, spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, motherfucker, pause this shit not right now, but pause this shit after I'm done telling you what we doing. Go watch and come back. But if you haven't figured out from the background of the lovely Laura over there, we are talking about Marvel Zombies. Oh yeah, this just came out September And for those of you who don't know what Marvel Zombies is, it is a 4-episode animated horror superhero miniseries based on Marvel What If episode. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't remember the number of the episode. I know it's called What If Zombies, and it happened in the first season. Wikipedia exists for a reason. Google that shit if you want to go watch it. But before you watch Marvel Zombies, you do want to watch the What If episode, What If Zombies, because that directly leads to the show itself. All of this is on Disney Plus, of course. And the series Marvel Zombies itself is set about 5 years after a outbreak that happens that turns everybody, including most of the heroes and villains in the Marvel universe, into zombies. And it follows a ragtag group of survivors as they try to stop the Queen of the Dead and broadcast a cure or transmission to save humanity. It is rated TVMA, so it's a bit more darker and it's definitely a bit more violent than your typical MCU shows. All right, so here's your chance to pause. All right,
Yeah.
if you're still with us, don't be mad when shit gets spoiled. All right, so we're gonna get into this. So we start out with the very first episode, and it starts out pretty damn amazing because it starts out with some of my favorite people in the MCU. We begin with survivors Kate Bishop, Riri Williams, and my girl Kamala Khan, along with Friday. And they are basically surviving together in this kind of like post-zombie apocalypse New York. They have Friday, which is like Iron Man's armor. Well, it's actually his body's in there still, too.
Yep, still there.
After being decapitated, but they put a nice little teddy bear head on it, and it's Friday, his AI kind of guiding the suit. I know, I was cracking up. I thought it was empty, and then I remembered like his head got cut off, and they mentioned that. I was like, oh shit. Y'all just walked around with his body like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, y'all can take out the
flying
suit.
around.
I mean, you ain't wrong.
Yeah, little teddy bear head on the fucking body is flying around. That shit is hilarious. It works though,
Who
too.
wants to remove
What's that?
the body?
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
No.
You're not wrong. They had to do enough gross stuff as it was, so.
Yeah, but don't say, will the suit still work without his fucking his biomass in it?
That's a good point. It might not. That's probably why. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I love this team up. You know, I'm a big fan of the Young Avengers, and they kind of been seeding the idea of that for like the last phase or two of the MCU. So finally kind of getting to see a little glimpse of that, even though it's all universe, really made me excited. How'd you guys feel about seeing those three characters together?
Dude, this is my favorite version of Riri.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the other version. Yo, fuck that bitch. Dude, she's fucking no, she's arrogant and selfish and makes dumb decisions. I'm like, oh, dude, she's my nerves.
You know, I gotta agree with you. This is the version of Riri Williams that I was expecting. It was a lot more in line with comic book Riri Williams. And so I enjoyed her depiction here. And I'm hoping as we get her in other projects, they soften her edges a bit and we get more of this version of her.
Yeah.
How about you, Laura? Were you excited to see that trio?
And I'm actually glad that you guys feel the same about Riri, because I don't like her that much, but I liked her in this one more.
Okay. Good,
So,
good.
yeah.
Excellent.
Same page. We here.
Yeah. See, we agree. If y'all disagree with us, you a Riri fan person that's just like, oh, y'all can't be talking shit about my girl. Say something in the comments. Don't be scared. We want all the smoke, as our friend DeAndre says.
Yeah, we'll tell you. Yeah, we'll tell you why you're wrong.
Exactly. So basically, while they're in New York and they're scavenging for stuff, they end up seeing a Quinjet crash, and they come across the shield agent, and he has something inside him, and they discover that he has this like tiny shrunken subspace transmitter that, if they are able to get it into space somehow, would actually send out a signal to I don't know. I'm imagining it. They don't really say if it's an agent or
I'm pretty
what
sure
it
it
is.
has to be. I'm pretty sure it has to be an agent because it's all shield technology, and you can
Yeah.
unlock it with shield technology.
You know who he looked like?
Who did you think he was?
He looked like the doctor from Thor.
Yeah, he's a shield.
Jane's professor, yeah.
He works for Shield now.
It looked like him.
You know what? He's not technically an agent of Shield, but he does work
true.
for
He's not
Shield.
technically an agent,
But
he
I
does work
didn't
for
catch
Shield.
that. That could have been him. Yeah.
Kind of looked like him, but maybe I was hopeful.
That would make sense that he'd be involved in that because, you know, he's an expert at like that subspace thing. You know, that's why they had him with the whole Bifrost Bridge and all that. So good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh, good connection.
Yeah, very good connection. But there's some stuff basically with the device that the girls can't unlock. And so they decide they're going to go on this road trip, but not before being harassed by zombie Hawkeye.
All right, we gotta explain. One of the fucked up things about these zombies is all the metahumans that are zombified have their abilities. They can use them.
And they're not like stupid stumbling zombies. Like they're kind of not as bright, but they're smart and they learn.
Yeah. So that sucks. So you got zombie Hawkeye trying to shooting metal arrows at you.
Right?
Yeah. Where the fuck did this zombie get metal arrows? That's what's killing me.
Right. And trick arrows. He still had trick arrows.
Is he? Yeah. Is he zombie? Is he like just zombified, making them? Just...
I gotta imagine he had a whole cache somewhere that he remembered and was able to find, or something. Multiple. Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, like in the show. Remember, he had to go get his all his trick arrows back. Like we finally learned, like he's like, these are expensive, and then we got to see him make it. That was a cool part of the Hawkeye show, was watching him make his trick arrows. That was dope as hell. But the girls escape and they end up going on this kind of like road trip to this shield facility in, was it Ohio or Iowa? Ohio, I believe.
One of the flat states.
Yeah, one of those flat states. And while they're traveling, they
Worst
come
road
across
trip ever.
Yeah. Right? I mean, things seem like they're going okay until they find this storm that ends up not being a storm. Instead, it is a zombified Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, fighting Icarus from the I kept wanting to call him Iconics for some reason. I'm like, that's not
Wait,
the
she was
right
fighting
word.
Icarus? You
Yeah,
I thought she was fighting Adam.
No, that was Icarus.
That's Icarus.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's part of why. But it makes sense that you thought it was Adam because they mentioned the whole inorganic thing, or he's not organic, you know. But I guess because of his status as a Eternal, you know, is why he was inorganic. But yeah, and so I mean, they're two big hitters, and I mean they are going at it and basically causing the weather to change. And in all of that, they end up getting Carol's attention. She seems like she's being controlled by the Queen of the Dam, and she comes after him. And that's when we get our first indication. This is not your average show because we get our very first casualty, and it's with Kate Bishop. And it happens in the worst way ever because she shoots that trick arrow that she gets from Hawkeye, and I'm excited as hell. It ends up being
confetti.
Yo,
see, that's what makes me think that zombie motherfuckers actually sitting there putting them together.
Probably.
Yeah, but yeah, zombie Hawkeye made confetti.
And she's like, oh shit, and then she dies. And I was like, oh fuck, that's right.
Dude,
this is this show.
Her death was fucked. She got obliterated. Like
was
out of nowhere. Like no, because like the way they set it up, like you think, all right, these are the three characters that are going to be the main characters. And apparently not. Like no, man.
Right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, okay,
Dude,
this is gonna be cool.
Dude, she got hit with a fucking Captain Marvel blast, full power, point blank. Dude, it was a wrap.
To the face, yes.
Man, like,
it was a wrap.
She didn't feel a thing though. Like, you could tell.
No, she was going immediately.
It was over way too quick.
Right. And then, you know, they're getting overtaken by these zombies, and then we get our first bite with Riri getting bit, and it's like, no, not my girl Riri.
It was like, I've just started liking her.
Right. And of course she does the heroic thing, and she orders Friday to take Kamala because the mission is more important. Go save yourself.
She did inject herself with something.
Yeah, I think it was just...
So she could have escaped.
No, I think it was just something to prolong, to fucking like, stave off the effects. I don't think it's
We'll touch on that when we get to episode 4.
Yeah.
But I hear you, and I see you, and I agree. I think that worked better than she thought. But yeah, she's like, I was hoping not to have to use this yet. It looks like she was working on trying to develop some kind of cure.
Yeah.
And it might have worked. Maybe.
But at the same time, though, Yeah, as fucking Friday was flying Kamala off, you can see like even if it did work, she wasn't getting out of
No, she wasn't.
that. Like, yeah, no,
Unless she did.
no, they ripped her to shreds.
Icarus was still fighting.
Yeah, but
They're an even. Icarus could have done something. Who knows?
yeah, but there was still she was still surrounded by 100 zombies on top of a hill.
Only 100.
I'm gonna go ahead and table this discussion for now, but we will come back to it. But there's stuff I want to talk about that I can't talk about till we get there.
Okay.
So, however, Kamala's still in trouble, and who comes to save her?
Yeah, my dude.
We get Blade. And
not just Blade.
Not just Blade,
best.
we get Moon Knight Blade. That's right. It
Blade
was dope.
as Moon Knight is fucking savage, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit was cool as shit. They need to do that in real life at some point. Like, I like Moon Knight, and I like the dude who plays him, but that was cool as shit. Like, Khonshu, apparently, the actual Moon Knight character, I can't remember dude's name, even though he had the whole show.
Isaac Watson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
He
remember his name.
died, the character died, and Khonshu picked Blade to be his new avatar. And the really cool thing about this Blade, too, was we finally, for the second time, get Mashallah Ali as Blade.
That wasn't the same guy.
I know he didn't voice him, but they designed the character to look like him.
True.
Mhm.
They
So that
got
was
a different
kinda
person,
cool.
but yeah.
Yeah. It kind of sucked because, like, we heard his voice in Eternals, and that's the only thing of Blade we've gotten from him because they kept delaying the movie. But they actually have him looking like that. But yeah, I looked it up. I was like, they didn't actually have him voice the character. But they do that with some of them. Like, Tom Holland doesn't voice Spider-Man in this either. Yeah. But it was kind of cool seeing him as Blade and, like, imagine, okay, this might be what he looks like as Blade. And I ain't gonna lie, I've kind of been on the fence about his casting as Blade. But I'm a little bit more like, okay, I want to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I want to see can he move. If he can move, then we good because he's a great actor.
Mm.
Yeah, but can he move? Or just like what pissed me off about the show, Black Lightning. Yeah, they got a dude who's a great actor, but can't
Crest
move for
was
shit.
good.
He's slow as fuck.
He'd be like,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the daughters
then
help.
his, like midway kicks. Bro.
I know, dude. I was like, y'all need to have him sit back and let the daughters do more. And then the other black dude that
Or
like was
train him.
bad and came back. Yeah, I don't know, something. Like Diggle was outperforming that man. Shit.
Yeah, he would do. Yeah, man. No, he's supposed to be Black Lightning. He's supposed to be like whooping their asses. He all stiff and slow. Yeah, yeah. Like the bad guy's just standing there waiting to get hit.
Bro, I like that show, but I laughed at that shit every episode.
Dude, I almost checked out the first episode. I'm like, are you serious? I had to force myself to keep watching. The show got great. It really did.
It really did.
But I had to force myself to get through it because it was so bad.
All right.
Oh man, it's like watching my dad try to fight somebody. Actually, I think my dad would have did better. But yeah, now my dad's off the drugs. I think he would have did so much better.
Shit, dude.
This dude was super slow, man. Oh, man.
Shout out to Crest Williams because you was great every other way. But yeah dude, you need to work out a little bit before that.
It's slow. This dude.
Real quick, Laura, because I know you got something to say. But just because we talk about it right now, I am super excited because Crondon Jones played the best villain in that TV show ever. Like, like he was up there with like Kingpin status as far as how good his villain was. And they are bringing him into the Marvel Universe to play Tombstone in the new Spider-Man Brand New Day movie. And I am excited as hell about that.
He will do great, dude.
He will do amazing.
Isn't he? No, I'm thinking Scorpion. Yeah, I'm thinking the guy they're going to bring in as Scorpion.
Oh, yeah, they're bringing Michael Mundo, right?
I think so, yeah. He was in Better Call Saul.
Yeah, Michael Mundo. Yeah. That Spider-Man movie, they got many villains, and it's looking good shit. It sounds like it's going to be a banger, dude. I'm excited. Yeah. All right, Laura, what were you going to say about Blade and all this?
They hinted to Blade, Moon Knight, in What If, the last episode.
Well, that's right.
Season 2, last episode, they hinted. They actually showed him. and a lineup of characters and people you'll see, and yeah.
You're right. I forgot all
I
about
totally forgot about
that. See,
Mm,
yeah, man.
yeah.
You know,
See,
this and What If, man. Marvel animation just crispy as fuck. And then the Spider-Man cartoon. I don't know if you watched that yet, Laura.
Not yet.
oh, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
It's
Yeah, you gotta
good.
check that one
It's
out.
so good.
Yeah, yeah.
We
The way
might
they
cover
do
that on here at some point. Cause
Yeah, the way they
boy.
do the villains is brought them in is phenomenal, and like and the twist in this universe, so great.
Yeah. The graphic style, at first, it might be like, oh, what is going on? But I promise you, as you start watching it, you kind of forget about it and it works.
No, I've watched way worse stuff. This was actually good.
Yeah, they did it. They did. Oh, we ain't gonna get into it though.
Yeah, no. This is all. That's what I was talking about. Like, Batman long, the long Halloween. No, they tried to do the
Yeah,
same thing that this Spider-Man did, and it didn't work. It
yeah,
actually works with Spider-Man.
yeah. No, it was awesome. So Blade basically helps Kamala make it to Ohio, to the shield base that they need to get to, and who greets him? But another one of my favorite trios in the MCU. We get Yelena, we get Alexi, the Red Guardian, and then her mom, Melina. I forget her last name, but from Black Widow, the movie.
Yeah,
Boy, I love me some Red Guardian. David
Red
Harbour
Guardian's
plays
the
the
shit,
hell out of
bro.
that, bro.
Yeah, Red Guardian is fucking great, dude.
Yeah,
He can
no,
run
he's
any fucking
fantastic.
ensemble cast for real.
He really can, dude. Like, you can plug him in anywhere and he just fits.
Yeah.
And I love me some Yelena. Like, Florence Plow plays her. She does such a good job playing her. Because, like, she goes between, like, the happy-go-lucky, kind of jokey, but then when she has those little depressed moments, one drink for me, one drink for my friends. Like,
Yeah.
she does such a good job. Like, everything she's been in, I loved her in. Um, anyway, so they get there, and unfortunately, the base gets attacked by a horde of zombies, led by I'm probably gonna mispronounce her name. How's her name pronounced? Is it Okoyo?
I think so.
I
Yeah,
think so.
Okoyo from Wakanda. She's the Darmanger that we see the most, the one that interacts with Bucky.
Yeah, she's the general.
Yeah, his right-hand woman. And she is serving as basically a vassal of the Queen of the Dead and has zombies attacking the base to stop Kamala from transmitting the stuff. And we get several very well-known zombies attacking them because not only does Steve Rogers, Captain America, show up in Hawkeye, but we get a Abomination zombie as well as Ghost.
Ghost Zombie was savage. That was crazy.
Mm.
I felt so bad for those girls.
Man,
Yeah.
they was getting tore up.
Ghost Zombie just.
And we finally get the fight, Red Guardian versus Captain America, we've been wanting, but not quite.
No. This is double what we wanted. Yeah. Red Guardian versus half of Captain America.
America gets cut in half, and he's still whooping his ass.
Captain America just beat the shit out of Red Guardian.
Just the
top
torso.
half was fucking him up.
No, my favorite part, this shit made me laugh out loud, but he got the shield from Red Guardian and just started rolling around. I was cracking the hell up.
Dude.
Oh,
Red Guardian was talking all this shit. Motherfucker ain't got no legs. He's still beating the crap out of you. Like, come on now. Get it together.
they're gonna say slow. But he beats him. He does beat him eventually in the most unceremonious way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just crushes him. Fuck it.
Yo.
Oh, man.
Boy.
Dude, that's a way to kill a zombie, though. Like, yeah, he ain't
Right.
coming back from that.
No, not at all. And we get to see Blade do his thing when he kills Ghost. Yeah, but basically they know where a ship is, and they're like, come on, we can lead you to where a ship is. And they escape the base. Melina sacrifices herself to let the others escape. And Blade Knight's the one, Khonshu is the one who lets them know, I know where we can find a ship to get into space. And they head out. And that's basically how that first episode ends, with Hope still there, but them picking up the pieces and people sad for the sacrifices that happen. But it leads to episode 2. And episode 2 starts in a way I did not expect, because with episode 2, we open with a flashback to 5 years before, and we start with a whole different set of characters. We get Shang-Chi, Katie, and then Jimmy Woo is involved, and they're in San Francisco at the outbreak of the zombie virus, and they're trying to escape, and they are getting their asses handed to them.
Yeah.
Shit is being destroyed. All kinds of things are happening. And it's funny because it's like pre-Shang-Chi. So Katie's still calling him Sean, and they're running. And then there's a point where they get like surrounded by the zombies. And then he starts kicking ass. And we get that whole, you can fight?
Yeah. Oh, you know, one of the worst parts is well, they're actually by a Pym lab, and the Pym lab explodes.
Yeah.
So both humans and zombies just start like growing. Yeah, they're growing, and then then giant zombies start attacking the fucking giant people, creating more giant zombies. It's fucking crazy.
And giant zombified insects too.
Well, yeah. Oh,
yeah. Like it's bad enough being a zombie apocalypse, but then you gotta deal with giant zombies.
Yeah.
And little mini zombies. Like,
yeah,
fuck that shit.
Zombies, yes.
Like, that's the worst. Like, how you gonna protect against a bite from a mini zombie?
Hell yeah.
Like,
you
bro.
gotta be like this at all times, dude. Like, you keep your head on a swivel downward.
like San Francisco was not the place to be at during the zombie outbreak. Like, not at all. Not at all. But and then they got a couple of like little random survivor people. Apparently their names were Nick, Denise, and Sandra. And when things look bleak, all of a sudden here comes these helicopters, and you see death dealers in one of them. And it is Shang-Chi's dad. I don't remember the dad's name. Su Wenwu. You know, basically the real Mandarin.
The 12 rings.
Yeah. So the 12 rings show up to save Shang-Chi and Katie and them. And, you know, he doesn't want to go with them because he's like, hey, I'm trying to save people. And dad's like, nobody matters. And in the midst of trying to save people, Shang-Chi gets bitten. And we're like, oh, shit. But then his dad's like, fuck, you soft bitch. He sends his rings out, and they bind to his arm and stops the zombie bite from spreading. And then his dad sacrifices himself and dies. But they take off with Death Dealer in the plane, and then we fast forward, or not the plane, but the helicopter. But then we fast forward to 5 years later, and they're like the Road Warriors, basically. Like, if you've seen, you know, what's that movie? Mad Max, you know, right? All of them. They're rolling around, but they're badass, you know. They got Jimmy Woo doing his little badass magic tricks. He always cracks me up. I love that guy. Like, he's one of my favorite parts of Fresh Off the Boat. But, you know, they end up having to fight some skull bandits.
Yeah, what's his name?
Skrulls.
Carl Parker.
Yeah.
They were Skrulls.
Yeah, yes. Yeah,
which was really, really cool to see Skrulls and
right?
a little nod to Invasion, and yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Though, why y'all still rolling so low tech though? And like, dude, we got better shit than you. What the fuck?
Yes and no. They didn't. They're shit. What's the word? They're hiding, so they are allowed to come to Earth and try to colonize, or not colonize, but like they're immigrants.
Yeah.
So
because the ones here,
they don't have the tech.
Yeah,
they have the stuff on their back.
Immigrants can bring shit with them.
Yeah, but
were they allowed to?
And not only that, yeah, they're fucking like.
You think the U.S. would allow them to bring their tech?
No, 1,000 years technology advanced. They can still use our technology and fucking make it better, advance it, and instead they still got the fucking garbage.
I hear what you're saying, but based on Invasion, it's shown that they had some tech and they were able to use some advanced stuff, but they didn't have a lot of it. And they were still kind of living like peasants. Because outside the stuff that they had to like modify their powers and take other superhero powers, and even then they had to steal tech from S.H.I.E.L.D. to do that. And so I think that's part of why. And then we find out also later why they didn't just go back to space. But yeah, I think there's two sides to that coin.
Yeah, I still think they could fucking with the shit with the bullshit that they were using. I still think they would have at least the fucking knowledge to like modify it, at least make it a little better.
I mean, my main thing is the ones we saw were just ones that are out there, and the other ones, the main group of Skrulls that are here, are pulling to Asgard and hiding and riding shit out. That would be my theory. They didn't say that, but I agree it was cool to see them. Like, they show up, they're like, Skrulls! And apparently they probably had many interactions with them, but they make short work of them, man.
Yeah.
And it's cool because Katie, like, She has, because half the rings are on Shang-Chi's arm, but the other half are on Katie's arm. And it's kind of cool seeing her get to use the rings and be a badass. Like, Awkwafina did such a good job in that role. And they even, I like those. I'm really happy because a lot of the little side characters I like are in this and get expanded roles. And, like, that's cool as shit to me. How'd you guys feel about, like, seeing those three characters be part of this story?
I like how they worked in tandem with the rings. But then, instead of just one person controlling them, like, the two of them worked as a team, and it worked perfectly. Yeah, that's what happens when you fight with your best friend.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Laura?
I love Shang-Chi.
Me too.
I love that movie. It's nice seeing Jimmy with his card tricks.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous. He's so fun. It's great because he was in Ant-Man, and then he was in WandaVision, and then he's in this. So it's great that he's in the universe a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Randall, that's his name. He played Randall Park.
Yeah, Randall Park. Yeah.
Yes.
And I
love that guy and like everything.
Dude, he's amazing.
He is.
Yeah, I'm hearing, he'll probably be in the new Shang-Chi movie. And I'm really hoping we'll get an Agents of Atlas TV show at some point. Because that'd be cool. Like, expand his stuff.
Yeah. Another reason I love the whole thing with him, card tricks and everything, because like he really started that in that actually started in what was it, Ant-Man 2?
Yeah, when he teaches them.
Yeah, Ant-Man 1? Oh
Yeah.
when he was because he was on lockdown.
Yep.
No, it wasn't in Ant-Man 1. It was in Ant-Man. No, it was in Ant-Man 2 because he was in house arrest.
That's right. After Civil War and stuff.
Yeah.
That was Ant-Man 1.
No,
because he went to jail already for the first time.
I know. No. He was on he was on house arrest. And that's where Ant-Man learned to do card tricks. Because he was on house arrest, he needed a way to entertain his daughter while he was stuck there. And Randall Park's character was the one like overseeing him.
No, it was the first movie.
No,
he was in both.
Yeah.
So the card trick thing started in the first movie.
No,
and then the second movie expanded on it.
I'm telling you, it started in the second movie because he learned it while he was on house arrest, and he got on house arrest after the Civil War. Yeah, I'm telling you, 'cause that's why he learned it. It was the same movie that he built. That he built the whole tunnel. He built the whole tunnel where he and his daughter had to go explore and everything. He ended up with the slide and all that. Because then Randall Park's character had to show up when he busted through the fence. He busted through the fence and his monitor went off.
All right,
and then that's
I think you're right.
Yeah,
no, you're right. We should know better than the CJ's movie memory be on point.
Yeah, you gotta remember though. When I first started the Marvel shit, like every time a new Marvel movie would come out, I'd watch them from getting in, like all of them.
Oh, that's right. You done watched them all at least 3-4 times.
Yeah.
Got you. Well, thanks for straightening us out on that. But yeah, I looked it up. You're right. He wasn't in the first one. Yeah.
I swear he was, but yeah.
But yeah, so the whole reason they're out there road warrior style is they're transporting cows and they're on the way to this boat that's supposed to take them to safety. And they show up and we find out the boat that's supposed to take them to safety is actually a repurposed version of the raft, which is the floating prison boat that we see the Avengers in during Civil War and is where S.H.I.E.L.D. tends to store some of the worst criminals.
Yeah,
so that was kind of cool to see that be repurposed. However, it's not in the hands of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's in the hands of Baron Zemo.
Who the fuck did he get that? That's Rob. That's Rob.
Right. It's Zemo.
Who did you kill to get that? Right? He killed him to scam somebody.
He might have been on it because that's also where the
I wouldn't doubt it.
he was in the new Captain America movie, or not him, but that ship, the boat thing was there too.
Yeah, he was on the raft, so you're right. He probably took that over.
I don't know if he would be on the raft. I thought he would have been.
He's a supervillain.
But each prison is for a different type of villain. Like there's
but it's multiple.
No, there's 3 prisons. There's the Triskelion, there's the Cube, and the raft. The cube is for where gamma and fucking radiation villains. The is for like humans and for humans in the lower level humans go to the Triskelion, but then the most powerful ones go to the raft, and that's usually for like the super heavy hitter fucking beings. So I think he would just they would have probably had him in the Triskelion.
Well, he's not really powered.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know, but they haven't really, because didn't the Traskelion in the Marvel Universe get destroyed during Winter Soldier? So maybe he got moved after it got destroyed during Winter Soldier.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. But who knows? But either way, he's running it. And he has John Walker, budget Captain America, Timo Captain America. We got Captain
Team
America
Captain
at home.
America.
As his right hand man, not being Captain America though, just being John Walker. And they welcome the heroes to join them on the ship after a little bit of negotiating, because who else shows up but Kamala and Red Guardian and Yelena and Blade at the raft as well. And so they bring them in, and it's this kind of paradise. Everybody's living happy. They got all you can eat food. And all of us who know Baron Seymour are just like, this is too good to be true. What's going to happen? And sure enough, while they're in the water, they get attacked. And they get attacked by the I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of the people. It's Namor's people from Wakanda Forever, and they're zombified. And they start attacking the ship.
Okay. Zombie Namor is savage. He is strong as fuck.
Yo. Yeah, and so a big battle ensues. The heroes kind of get sacrificed, but then they end up fighting back. Well, they to be sacrificed, you have to actually have the sacrifice happen fully.
Okay. Well,
they were there.
Yeah,
They were.
They definitely tried.
They did definitely try to. And it would have been successful wasn't for Kamala and her abilities.
Yeah.
Because they eject them into the water, and Kamala bubbles them, and then the bubble gets pushed back into the facility, which causes the breach of all the zombies getting into the raft. And then this motherfucker Baron Simo's like, fuck it, let's go to the escape pods. It tries to leave everybody.
That scene is hilarious though. They get shot out. Then the motherfuckers get shot right back in. That shit is hilarious.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Oh dude. Yeah, you try to sacrifice the wrong people.
But yeah, and then Wanda, the Queen of the Dead, senses the Kamala's there, and so she awakens Namor. And Namor, like y'all said, he's a beast, man. But they trap him. Like, he comes in, they activate this little protocol and traps him, but he doesn't get trapped for long.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, though. No, they trapped him in the... that was the Hulk containment unit.
Right.
Yeah, he broke out of the Hulk containment unit,
bro. He
is
did.
crazy.
He busted the hell out of it, dude.
Yeah, bust that shit like a can opener.
Man, but the craziest part, as they're trying to escape and get into this escape pod and fight off the zombies, we get a shit ton of deaths. I mean, John Walker, the three random Rick, Denise, and Sandra people.
The three randos.
Like, Namor is just tearing everybody up.
So, do you guys remember how Walker died?
No, remind me.
He got ripped in half.
Yeah.
He resembled Captain America.
Oh, yeah.
Good pickup. Yeah.
Oh, it was really fucked up.
Right.
Hold up. Oh, wait. No, that just reminded me of this fucking meme I saw. Seeing. Yeah, it's like Captain America plus the old dude from Up. You get fucked up on Walker.
Yes. Dude, his
that
chin
is hilarious.
His chin bugged me so much in the Falcon Winter Soldier TV show.
Yeah.
His dad. He's a weird blend of both parents.
He really does.
Yeah.
He really, really does.
Yeah, it's messed up. A guy be looking at your parents and something just throw the dice sometimes, but fuck it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Namor ends up getting taken down in one of the best ways ever. Like, we get to really, really see just how powerful Kamala Khan could be with no limits, because he attacks and basically bites her arm, and she activates her gauntlets to stop him from biting through, and then just continues to power him until she blows his fucking head apart with it. That was crazy. I knew it was going to happen. Like, as soon as she started powering up, I was like, oh. But watching it, wow.
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was hoping that was going to be the case, though, because at one point, it could be 50-50. Either his head's going to blow up or he was going to bite through.
Right.
So, yeah, it was a battle. I was like, I was rooting for my girl. I'm like, come on, get him. Yeah, my whole thing was like, why was nobody aiming for his head? He's a zombie. Aim for the head.
Right? You got to aim for the head. Long story short, though, to get to the next episode, they do manage to activate the override to launch the escape pod so people can escape. However, it has to be done manually. And so Yelena ends up staying behind and sacrificing herself to let the others escape. And I don't know if you've noticed, but we kind of got a little theme going here. Red Guardian is distraught and beside himself because his little bear has sacrificed herself, and he's the one who's supposed to be making the noble sacrifice. And it's a very sad scene. I teared up a tiny bit watching him break down like that. But that's what makes his character so amazing, in my opinion, is that he can be and is willing to be so emotionally vulnerable, you know?
Yeah, that's just great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he goes through the whole range of all emotions throughout like the entire series. And yeah, and you with him like every step of the way. He makes you feel that shit.
He really does.
Yeah, when you happy as hell, when he happy as hell, you happy. When he sad, you try not to cry. I ain't gonna lie, I was curled up with Squishy.
Right? Yeah, so, we get to episode 3, and it's great because
Before jump to episode 3, I just gotta say, like one of the most that we can see in this whole series is fucking Blade is Moon Knight. When just do anything. Every time they're trying to run away from somebody or they're trying to escape, he whips his sword out and just goes to work. He puts the work in, bro. It is just amazing to watch. Those are like some of the best scenes.
I definitely agree.
I just had to put out there.
Nah, you're right though. Like he be doing his shit, and it's nice, and it makes me excited. Like I hope they could translate that onto the big screen when we finally get to see him. But yeah, so like the whole time watching this though, I'm thinking back to the What If episode, because at the end of the What If episode, we end up with like they have this mind stone that they realize can kind of affect the zombies' minds and keep them at bay, and they're heading to Wakanda because Wakanda has the tech, the Golden City's still protected, and they're going to go to Wakanda and try and fix things. And then we get that whole, kind of flash of zombie Thanos with most of the Infinity Gauntlets. And we're like, oh, crap. And so I'm like, well, what's happened? Like, where are those heroes? Where's Spider-Man? What's going on with that? And we finally get our answer in episode 3 because it starts with the flashback of Peter Parker, Scott Lang, arriving in Wakanda. However, when they get there, the Golden City is not golden. It is destroyed. The people are zombies, and zombie Thanos is there. And we get an amazing version of the fight we got to see in Endgame of them fighting Thanos. And we also get one of the most fucked up deaths in this whole shit, because as they're fighting zombie Thanos, and they're actually whipping his ass because his zombie mind is kind of addled, so he hasn't really figured out how to properly use the stones that he already has. And so they're actually kind of winning the fight. However, he's starting to learn. And right when things are looking bleak, we get that incredible scene of the thunder coming down, and there's Thor, Rocket, and Groot. Yeah. However, Thanos immediately just one-shots Groot and Rocket, just beams them, and we just see their flesh disintegrate. And I'm like,
so fucking Rocket, I'm like, Rocket, no! Didn't get a chance to do shit, just fucking immediately murked.
Just go.
Yeah, dude, and then when they showed it, they're like, why you have to do him like that? Yeah, fur, skin, bones.
And then I got to be pissed off at Thor all over again, because once again, he doesn't go for the fucking head.
Yeah, that's how he was able to do it. He missed the head. Like, bro, learn.
Yeah, and then I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't just the emotions of the scene, it was the emotions of all the shit that comes with it, from Wakanda to Wakanda Forever to the real life tragedy of his passing. But we get T'Challa making the ultimate sacrifice to stop Thanos by pushing him into Wakanda's vibranium core. They didn't even try to have anybody else voice him. He's basically silent, but you see him do the little thing, and he's like Wakanda Forever as he they play the little music. We all heard that, dude. I'm just sitting there and I'm feeling all the emotions, and I'm just like, get him, T'Challa, But he takes Thanos out and he puts him in the core of the vibranium, but it destroys the Infinity Stones that he has, because he does manage to get the Mind Stone and complete it, and has the full gauntlet. And it creates this crazy storm of power that is destroying everything through this massive energy surge. And Peter and Lang and all the others are basically trying to run away, but they're about to die until all of a sudden they're saved because we see a familiar looking ring sling portals popping up and they get pulled into Kamar-Taj and they're saved by the people of Kamar-Taj. It looks like the other Sorcerer Supremes and the London Master are there. And that's kind of where we move back to the present.
Wait,
And we see
hold on. You're skipping this whole fucking thing that fucking bothered me. Dude,
what bothered you.
dude. Yeah, how do you not mention the fact that Scott Lang didn't have a body this whole time?
He didn't have a body in What If.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I
He was
figured
ahead.
they could watch What
Yeah.
If and find out about that.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah. It was like,
I mean,
yeah.
it does make
But
for
yeah,
some
we're talking about,
comedy.
like, he's just ahead, and he has fucking Doctor Strange's cape, and that's how he moves around. He flies around with the cape.
Yeah. If y'all ever seen Futurama, he's one of them heads in a little glass jar,
Yeah.
like on Futurama. But then the cape's there so he can move around.
Yeah.
It's funny. There's a scene where he's fighting the zombies and his head goes through a bunch of zombies and it makes like that dunk 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 noise, but
Yeah.
it sounds like Tupperware, and it just that I don't know what it was, but that made me giggle like a kid.
Oh, I
dude.
laughed my ass off.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, like, yeah, 'cause he was like geared up, ready for battle. I'm like, how are you gonna fight? And then they showed it. I'm like, oh, okay.
What you gonna
Yeah,
do?
yeah, he's just flying full speed through zombie heads. He's just blowing up. I'm like, oh, like, all right, hey, it works.
It did, right? Man. Yeah. So, we flash forward and we get to see Kamala's group, and they actually are able to steer their escape pod to New Asgard. And they show up and it's walled up, and Valkyrie shows up, but she doesn't want to let them in. They're thinking she's gonna help them. Valkyrie's like, no, you need to leave. Fuck you. So our boy Khonshu shows up and is like, hey, don't be talking shit about your gods. I'm a god. What about me? To paraphrase. Yeah. And she's like, oh, you're with them? Okay, y'all can come in.
Khonshu,
It's
how's it
such
going? It's been so
funny,
long.
right?
Yeah, yeah, and only she can see Kashi. Like, all
Right. It's such a
who
funny
the fuck
scene.
is she talking to?
Like, all you see is Moon Knight just stand there, Moon Knight Blade stand there all stiff, and then her just talking to the air, and everybody else is like, huh?
Same voice actor that did Khonshu. Same one.
Nice.
I love how they try to have the continuity between the animated shows.
Me too. I do like that. Like, they had a lot. Like, I know Kamala Khan's actress played her
Yeah,
and voiced her. Riri Williams' actress voiced Riri.
yeah. This
And
is
I'm pretty sure,
this is the
huh?
only project that Chris didn't voice Thor.
He did.
Well, no, he
He
did
did.
this one. No, it's either this one or coming up thing that he didn't voice Thor.
Got you.
I think it's
Yeah,
the next episode. Next episode he does.
yeah.
Okay.
I think. No, this
Yeah,
one.
I don't.
It's
Is
this
it
one.
this one? This one is the one he does? Okay. Yeah, so they show up in Asgard, and the Asgardians are just, they're feasting. They're waiting out the zombie apocalypse. They're partying. They're having a good time. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. And they invite Red Guardian over to eat with them and feast. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's going to fit in just fine. And then Valkyrie starts explaining that they're feasting because they have a special guest. And
Brought the
that's
food.
when things go a little nuts because the special guest is none other than the Queen of the Dead herself, Wanda, who shows up and she looks normal. She doesn't look zombified. And she tells him this whole story because, of course, Kamala's like, I don't trust you. You're trying to get the transmitter. F you, and she's like, no, I healed myself. My mind's free. And I need your help to fix this. But that's when you find out things aren't what they seem. And like Laura said, she brought the food. And the illusion gets broken. And you find out it's not food. It's people. Zombie people.
Yeah, they're all eating zombie parts.
It was gross. So that was
Yeah,
nasty.
yeah, and she explained that there's actually so she needs the power from that infinity blast, but there's a creature guarding it that she can't defeat. So she needed zombies with the power of gods. So
Mm,
that's why she came there to zombify all the Asgardians so that she could overtake the being that's guarding all this power.
yep. And in Asgard, Thor's there. He's on his throne, but he's a broken Thor. We don't get fat Thor, but we still get a broken Thor. You know, his face is scarred. He has the one eye, and he just sits there and does nothing. And at one point, you know, Kamala tries to talk to him. They're like, oh, no, he's broken. Can't you see that? But as the Asgardians, now zombified and under her control, are starting to attack them, and they go on the run to try to escape, Thor stirs, and we finally get to see him fight. And it leads to a pretty good-ass fight between him and Wanda. Unfortunately, during it, though, we get some more deaths, because Simo dies, which, good. You know,
Yeah,
I
fuck
wasn't
Zemo.
mad about that. Like, fuck you. But then Death
He went like a
Dealer,
bitch.
Death Dealer dies. That was brutal. Yeah. And him and Jimmy Woo strike up this like friendship during the thing. And so as soon as Death Dealer goes down, Jimmy's like, no! And like tries to be heroic, but he ain't got no powers or nothing. So he just ends up dying.
No, not at all. Yeah,
Like, at least
He
he
just
went
showed
out
up
like
as
a
a trick.
savage. Yeah, but he dies immediately.
Head
He's
pops
gone.
up out of the crowd of zombies and back down. It was pretty.
yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
It was brutal. Yeah. And so we end up getting this battle between Thor and Wanda as Thor finally kind of comes through to like help Valkyrie and the other survivors of Kamala and them make it to the ship.
Yeah, and he doesn't say. Yeah, and he actually says the same thing I was thinking the entire time. Why are y'all watching the fight? Get the fuck out of here!
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, yeah, they're in the ship just watching. Like, no, trying to. I'm giving y'all some space. Go. I'm holding them off. Go. They're just sitting there.
Yeah, and he's like, y'all gotta go. And one
Yeah.
other thing that was sad to see is, as I mentioned before, you know, Red Guardian joined the Asgardians and eating that feast. And it takes him a while. He's able to fight it off, but he eventually falls to the infection as well. And goes to attack Kamala. And that scene was sad. She's trying to like get to him, Alexi, you know, and boy, that was rough.
Yeah, that killed with Guardian.
Yeah, but they're there in Asgard because Asgard has a spaceship. They make it to the spaceship, and they finally are able to arrive in space and
Thing.
activate the transmitter.
Do you guys recognize the ship?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah, that was
Gemini
cool.
ship, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a party ship.
That was a party
Yeah.
ship. That's the orgy ship. Yeah.
The orgy ship.
God, yeah, that's right. Yep.
Oh, dude. He's like, yeah. You know what? You don't use the black light in there. No.
Do it.
Don't do it. Bye. Right? No, I ain't gonna lie. This whole time they've been talking about this plan to contact the Nova Corps. I'm just sitting there like, bro, the Nova Corps don't give a fuck. I'm like, the Nova Corps is not that great. I'm like, they ain't gonna help y'all. They, sure enough, when they signal the Nova Corps, they're already there and they've quarantined. And they're like, hey, you guys can't leave. Go back to Earth or we're gonna attack you. And in the chaos of like feeling betrayed and being like, what? You're not gonna help us? You know, they don't heed the warning and the Nova Corp attacks and they have to escape. But I ain't gonna lie, I saw that coming because, I mean, if you watch Captain Marvel, you know they're a bunch of dicks.
Yeah. And you watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, in Guardians.
Yeah.
You know.
Pretty much anything that the Nova Corps is in, yeah, they're fucking dicks.
Well, like it's like the U.S. government during a zombie apocalypse movie. No, they're not there to help you. They're there to quarantine you. And then, you know, we're lucky the Nova Corps didn't decide to nuke the Earth and just quarantine it, you know,
Yeah.
because
I think they
That's typically
consider
what
us
happens.
primitive, so they wouldn't have done that unless we were more
Right.
of a threat, I think.
yeah, like if they had a bunch of ships that were going to try and escape, once they stopped them, they might do it then. But yeah, they knew they didn't really have that capability. But yeah, and
we didn't have
so
interstellar travel really.
right, and so they try to kill him, and you know that's where we head off at the end of episode 3, leading to episode 4. And in episode 4, we pick up with the Nova Corps shooting down the hero ship. However, as they start falling, Kamala bubbles them to protect them. However, it ain't standing up because too many people and they're going through all that G-force and all that friction from the atmosphere, and it shatters. But luckily it shattered after they made it through the atmosphere, so they're just free falling. And they
I can't remember which one was said it though, but as they were falling in the ball, so I was like, hey, it's getting hot in here.
right? Yo, and once again, Moon Knight Blade just looks badass because everybody else is falling and he's just falling with his arms just going straight down like he's a hell diver or something. I was like, damn.
Oh no, yeah, I think they told him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah. I think he was
Khonshu
told what
knew.
was going to happen. So he
Yeah.
wasn't. Yes, he wasn't worried. He knew they were okay.
Yeah, and so if you haven't figured out yet, the sorcerers of Kamar-Taj end up saving them with some portals, just like they did for Peter Parker and them. And then we finally get a gathering of all our heroes at Kamar-Taj,
Yeah,
and
the
the
ones that are left.
sorcerers are there. We get to see Kamala freak out and fangirl over finally meeting Peter Parker Spider-Man, and that's cool because those, if y'all been listening to me on this or Masturbators, when we did our Marvel rankings, y'all know these are two of my favorite characters, and they very much kind of fill that same fanboy, fangirl genre in the Marvel universe. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to see them together.
Yeah, and it was funny watching because you see when Peter first joined you, like how he was fanboying all over some of the older characters, and like now, he's got a fan of his own. Fucking crazy, he has realized how he's grown in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so watching that happen to him, it was like, oh, yeah, this is fucking great. But yeah, you somebody now.
Yeah. Right? And I forgot to mention in the last episode, as Thor is telling him, hey, why are you watching to leave? He also basically christens Kamala as an Avenger,
Yeah, the last
And
Avenger.
so she's basically the last Avenger. And the sorcerers explain that, hey, when that energy surge happened from the destroyed Infinity Stones in the Vibranium, it needed to be stopped. And the only way to stop it was to find something or someone that could contain all that energy. And there was only one person that could do that. And
They
that was the
needed a
Hulk.
Hulk.
They needed the Hulk. And we get probably the most powerful version of the Hulk ever. Well, no, I thought this version of the Hulk was going to be more strong than Roadbreaker Hulk.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I
he's
don't think
not.
he's strong in Worldbreaker Hulk.
He should be
But he's up there. Yeah, well, yeah, with the power of the Infinity Stones and enhanced by vibranium, yeah, he should be.
I mean, I
But
think
he's
the
not.
only thing that's not doing it is like he it seems like whatever the energies of the Infinity Stone in him do, they've calmed him down too much. 'Cause he doesn't really get angry, and that's what makes Roadbreaker Hulk, because he has just this unfathomable depth of anger over what happened to him. And so
yeah, there might have been the power of the Infinity Stones might have been tempered by the vibranium.
that could be.
Yeah,
That could be.
because that's what destroyed them in the first place, and the combination made the energy.
Either way, he looks cool as shit though. And if you've been following our social media, I've been teasing this episode with a little pic, and I don't know if any of y'all guessed it. Nobody has yet, but that was the pic. It was a Roadbreaker or Infinity Hulk, but just like his chest, and then I kept expanding outwards.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I know what show we were doing, and I had no clue what that picture was.
Bro, yeah, because the way that glow was, it almost looked like a person, and I was like, oh yeah,
I stared at that motherfucker every day since you posted it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I thought of multiple different things. I'm like, we're not doing any of those shows.
Yeah, when I cropped it, I was like,
no. Dude, I didn't know. I don't clue what the fuck that was.
Did you figure it out
what show we're doing?
I figured it out today.
Yeah, because today I finally put the full chest.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, those colors make sense. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
But I knew it was, but not. So
yeah, I haven't seen the newest pic yet.
Cool.
I was like,
no, I kind of figured, because when I put the first crop there, like the very first one that just had like the gold, I was like, oh, nobody gonna know what the hell this is, because that looks like that could be a person.
Yeah, I was like, we already did Dragon Ball Super.
But yeah, and so basically they're like telling her like, hey, we need you to lead us to him, because Wanda is going to be sending her army, now that she has one, to go after him and absorb his power. And so we need your help to defend Infinity Hulk and stop her, because if she gets that power, she's basically going to be unstoppable. And Kamala's kind of conflicted, because she's had all these sacrifices so far, and she's not quite sure if it's worth it, And it leads to one of the sweetest little heart-to-heart conversations. I loved it. Like, to me, the conversation that she ends up having, it's sweet, but also kind of shows Kamala's character. because I think even without that conversation, she would have got there eventually herself. But it was kind of cool. What did you guys think of that whole, like, her arc through this and getting to that point of, like, you have to make this decision?
Yeah, she's so young, dude. Like, they put so much on her shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
throughout this whole thing, like, even more and more, to the point where, like, even when she finally thought that she completed her mission, it was fucked.
Yeah.
So now you got to deal with that. Like, she put everything into completing this mission, sacrificed all her, all her friends, everybody she knew, loved, cared about that was still alive, are all now gone. But trying to complete this mission, that turns out the mission was garbage in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So so I can understand how that would kind of mentally fuck her up, mentally and emotionally.
Oh, yeah.
So making this last decision wouldn't be as easy. Like weeks ago, she would have made the decision easily. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
But after all the sacrifices, and then like having it turn out the way it did, I understand why she had to take a beat and think about it.
Absolutely. But her and Valkyrie, their talk was really good. And it's another reason I like Valkyrie. And then she kind of reminds her, like, hey, you are the Avenger,
It's your
But
job.
yeah, it's your job. Who else is going to do it? But yeah, so that leads into the main battle as they go to Wakanda. And it is that team, the Kamar-Taj Masters, Blade Knight is the official name for Blade and Moon Knight together. And then
I would guess
Shang-Chi,
that.
Katie, Peter Parker, Scott Lang's head, and Valkyrie along with Kamala.
Scott Lang's head.
Yeah. They're winning. And Infinity Hulk is whooping butt, dude. Like,
Man, like each punch just takes out waves of zombies. Oh man.
yeah, but Wanda didn't come unprepared because not only does she have tiny zombies, but she has giant zombies. And she brought zombified Thor. And who else is going to fight Hulk but zombified Thor? And, they start losing. Hulk starts losing. And the heroes start falling. And people start dying. And Wanda is at the point of getting the stones. She actually is able to absorb them, and then she calls out to Kamala and asks her to help her. And seeing everything going on, Kamala, she kind of gives in and she accepts, and Wanda remakes the world. And there's this surge, and Kamala wakes up back in New Jersey with Kate and Riri, and they're having boba tea, and she's all excited, and everything seems normal. And then they're sitting at the table, and then they start seeing these she starts seeing these flashes of the real world, but then zombified version of the real world. And that's when she gets a flicker of reality where Riri, who is still alive apparently, is trying to be like, hey, I tapped the signal. This is an illusion. And it cuts to her realizing that, yeah, Wanda is reshaped the world, but she didn't fix it. It's just her ruling a zombified world. And that's where things cut off. So there better be a season 2.
It says season 1, so we're getting more.
Yeah, right? And to go back to what you said earlier on about Riri, we're going to need a flashback explaining how she survived that, because
Yeah, because she was done for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I even had it like, dude, like, no, she went out to G.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if she survived, that'd be great.
So overall, though, the one thing I do want to say is Wanda just be fucking shit up, dude.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Wanda just be fucking shit up, man. Like all the time. It don't matter what reality is. She just be fucking shit up. And zombie Wanda is just horrible, dude.
Yeah, but at least, I know this raises the question though. The thing is, now, if you were Kamala in this situation, all right, all right, the world is fucking zombified. This period, but the illusion is that everything's back to normal. Would you want to know that it's just an illusion? Or would you be okay with just living in it, living in the fake of the fake illusion, even though the world's full of zombies, the zombie world? Would you rather just live in that illusion?
So in
or
other
would you want to know
words,
the truth?
would you want to be in the Matrix with ignorance being bliss, as Cypher said, or do you want to take that pill and go down the rabbit hole
Yeah,
and find out that you're eating grill on a ship and you're atrophied? I mean, it's a good point. I think there's a lot of people that just be like, all right, cool. At least like I'm just going to pretend this and eventually believe this and be okay. I don't think Kamala could do that because Kamala has that sense of I need to fix things, and then the guilt she has for allowing Wanda to do that. Though I understand why she kind of did that because at the point they're at, Wanda just absorbed the affinity powers from Hulk.
Mm.
You weren't stopping her, and then she has her powers, and so it wasn't like Kamala was going to be able to stop her, and so it's like fight and die, or maybe she's telling the truth and does want to help. So I kind of get why she did it, but yeah, she's gonna feel guilty, and I think she's gonna rally. My question, though, that I'm interested in is what heroes are we gonna get to help her on season 2? Because they done killed
who's
everybody.
left?
Like,
Yeah,
who's
who's
left?
left?
Because did Blade Knight die?
Yeah.
I don't think he
No, I don't
did die.
think he died. No, he was getting overwhelmed, but I don't think they ever
No.
killed him up though.
He
They
went
showed him
poof.
die.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thor
Really?
destroyed him.
Thor got him.
Yo, Thor,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
oh, that's right, he did.
Yeah,
The
Yeah,
only
yeah.
ones
So
we saw that were still around was Lane's head and Spider-Man.
yeah.
yeah.
It
Spider-Man
was
still
funny
alive.
because
Lane-
going to
Lane's hand was getting
episode,
crushed.
I know everybody else was dying, but I was like, look, if y'all kill Peter or Kamala, I'm gonna quit this show.
You
I
stupid.
was like, y'all better not kill either one of them. If they would have killed Spider-Man, I would have been so sad. I wouldn't have stopped watching, but I'd have been sad. If they killed Kamala, though, I'm done. But yeah, I don't know
Drew
who they
Game of
got. I
Thrones
mean,
style.
you got Icarus, you got Riri, and then who else is still about?
Yeah,
You
but
know?
still though, Icarus he's done. He's like, there's nothing he can do. Yeah, he's
Right.
locked. Yeah, he's locked in a battle with someone who's equally matched to him. They're pretty much in an eternal battle. Period.
I
They're done.
mean, you got the other Guardians, so you still got Nebula, Gamora,
Drax.
I catch it, Drax, yeah, thank you. And Mantis. And if he's still alive at this point, Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, but the thing is, we don't know which one of them already died trying to fight Thanos before he got the Infinity Stones.
Well, if it's anything like the movies where it takes place, especially because the Wakanda scene happened just like in the movies with him getting the tree thing. Yeah, but he didn't get zombified till he got to Earth.
Yeah.
Because that's where he picked up. So they should still be alive like in the movie and floating. But at the same
depends.
time, Tony Stark was dead. So who knows?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're a possibility.
we don't know. Yeah,
But
we
they're a
don't know.
possibility.
You know, and like
You got the
and like
X-Men.
Tony Stark was a big reason why a lot of them still lived during that fight. Yeah, and the thing
Oh,
is,
excuse
Tony
me.
Stark was already dead, and Peter Parker was on Earth.
Right.
So neither one of them would have been fighting Thanos on space.
Right.
And fucking what was his name? Fucking Doctor Strange was dead.
It's still a possibility.
So the Guardians would have went against Thanos. Like he could have easily killed them already.
Yeah, he could have, but we don't know. So they
Yeah.
could show up.
Yeah.
And then like Laura's saying, depending on when season 2 comes out, we could have X-Men characters show up. The Fantastic Four could show up. You know,
That's it for.
and then
You mean the Storms?
yeah, basically the Storms. Well, and depending on if the Watcher decides to intervene in this one, we may get some multiverse characters. I mean, more than likely we gonna get Sharon Carter. You know, Captain Carter showing up. Yeah.
Actually, oh no, their Watcher versions though.
Yeah.
Oh, their Watcher versions show up. That'd be great.
Oh yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited. I'm excited to see who shows up. Shuri might be alive still. You know, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, they could tap into the multiverse and then bring in other characters.
Yeah.
Some
I
of the
mean, that's the
characters
one
that died.
thing everybody online is talking about because people are like, "Well, this is stupid. They ended on a cliffhanger because they can't have a season 2." But I'm like, they can figure it out. They
There's
can
so
figure out
many different
bringing
ways
people.
they could have season 2.
Yeah. There's other people, and who knows? Maybe Wanda did bring people back, but zombified. We don't know. I'm excited
Yeah.
to see what they do. The guy who's the showrunner for this, I don't remember his name, and I don't feel like Wikipedia it right now. But he
Yeah,
basically is like, "Hey, we haven't been greenlit yet, but I have so many ideas, and there's so many possibilities
Right.
that I could do this for multiple seasons."
Yeah, and the thing is, the way we got Marvel Zombies in the first place was through multiverse hopping.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, and we could get Silver Surfer and Galactus. It is a comic, and the comic is really, really good. And then if you're a DC fan, DC has their own version of this called Deceased. which is pretty cool too. Check that out. I know, right?
Yeah. Well, all right. Yeah.
I'm a little mad because I would love to see James Gunn do his version of this, but now I'm like, they just gonna look like they biting off of Marvel, so they can't. But
I want to see Snyder Zombies, bro.
right?
Snyder Zombies would be awesome.
All right, so I know typically we go over each character in the arc, but we kind of had to speed through things a little bit because we have 4 episodes to cover and a lot of freaking people. But is there anybody who we didn't really give enough time that you want to talk about?
Moonblade.
Yeah.
I love him. I'm so happy. It was so nice to see him.
Yeah, he really was.
Him against Ghost was fucking amazing. And then
And the armor looks so cool, dude. Like I love that armor.
Yeah, Moon Knight armor on a black dude was fucking awesome.
They kind of had that Midnight Sun vibe to it, you know? Like it was cool. I agree. Like that's probably one of the best characters to come out of this is Moonblade. Blade, it was Blade Knight.
Blade Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, and then for me, I absolutely loved being able to see Kamala use her powers in ways we haven't seen. Like when they have the big fight and all the zombies are coming towards them, she sends a big giant blade of her energy out and it just cuts off a bunch of heads. And that was kind of cool.
Why didn't you do that way more often?
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because
you could have taken out Wars. Look, I know. As Infinity Hulk was just taking out one group, she could have been taking out groups just as much as him.
Honestly, I think it's just she still has a lot of her innocence about taking lives and stuff. Like, even when she blows off Namor's head,
they're already dead.
I understand that, but she's still Kamala Khan. She's still a young teen girl.
She's still a kid.
Yeah. And so I think, she gets a little more violent as the stuff goes on, but I just think she just didn't have an energy.
Yeah, no, I like the defensive strategy though. She creates a fucking wedge and they just keeps it moving.
Yeah, they're like Delta formation.
Yeah, that's fucking great. So that's a good strategy. And just keep it pushing.
Absolutely. Anybody else that y'all want to talk about a little bit before we wrap things up?
Yeah, no, I think it's been a pretty good time. I like the best characters.
Pretty much. So yeah, great show. Let's go ahead and do our rankings, and then we'll go ahead and get moving on this. So I personally, I know it's kind of cheesy, but I'm giving a fucking 5. I fucking absolutely love this. I can't find too many faults with it, and fuck it. I'm giving it a 5.
Giving this a full.
Yeah, I'm giving it a fully. Like it's getting all the styles. Like I feel like I should be the asshole that's like, well, I gotta give them something to strive for and give it like a 4.8.
Well, no, what's fucking season 2 gonna aspire to? You already given this one.
Well, season 2 better be a 5, but if it's not, then it's gonna get ready. But I'm going 5. Damn it! What y'all doing, Laura?
5.
Yeah,
it's excellent.
Yeah. It is. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It's one of the best things that they put out. Like between this and Peacemaker, superhero shows is cooking right now. And like on our other show, me and CJ are host on with DeAndre, Masturbators. He reviewed and did our top 10. Well, we did our top. We didn't do just top 10. We did our top Marvel TV shows.
Yeah.
And we did an episode talking about that. And the 3 of us all said if this show had came out before we did that, our rankings would be a little different. Andre clearly said this would be in his top 3. I can't lie. It would probably be in my top 3. I'm not sure if it would be number 1, but it definitely would be in my top 3. It's great. So, yeah, we got 2 5s. CJ, what you doing?
I'm going 4.8, which uses a total of 4.9.
All right, so we got a 4.9. CJ, you care to elaborate on those 2 points that those 2.02 points?
Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. There were a few. There were a few things that I thought they could have did better, but it was great. Dude, it's a 4.8.
I know 4.8 is high.
5.
It's because it's Scott Lang's head, ain't it?
That's an excellent score. Yeah, but then it's like, collectively it's a 4.9, 4.9.3.
Hey, 4.9 ain't nothing to shake your fist at right there, right?
Yeah.
And that's definitely the highest ranked thing we've done yet. And it 100% deserves it. So yeah, we're gonna leave it here. We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up because it's getting a little late. I'm hungry and I need to go watch the Peacemaker finale. So we gonna end things. Normally, we still gonna do it the way we do it. Go ahead and make sure to let us know what you watching or what you think people should be watching. Laura, let's start with you.
Let's see. I just finished Alien Earth.
What you think?
Really
Yes.
good. It's
So
really,
good.
really, really good. They set it up for more, which is excellent. So look forward to it.
Oh yeah, the last line of the season, I was like, yes, yes.
Yo,
Oh
I'm
yes,
excited. Somebody said that they think that eventually they're gonna have Ogro in the Xenomorph versus the Predator and his little android that's on his back from that Badlands movie that's coming out face off. And I'm for it if that happens. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but we'll see. But yeah, good show. If y'all ain't watched Aliens Earth, it's on Hulu. It's fantastic. If you're a friend of the Alien franchise or a fan of the Alien franchise, go watch it. What about you, CJ?
man. I just are gonna rewatch the Avatar: Last Airbender, the fucking live action.
Yeah.
Like, they hope they do the rest of it. Because I think they did a really good job. They couldn't squeeze in like as much as they could. They didn't have enough episodes to squeeze in all they should have gotten in. And they changed a lot, of stuff, for a time.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still done really well. There's only, there's only one problem I have with it is the one that played Zuko's sister. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the chick they had to play in her, I think it was a bad pick.
Got you.
She's a good actress and all, but her look, like she doesn't convey that fucking like evil, crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, she almost looks a little too hot girl, you know?
Yeah, no, she's too cute. Like, dude, when she gets mad and everything, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight her. I just want to, oh, poor thing, give her a hug. Like, it's like no. I think that was totally wrong pick. She's not looking for it.
Got you.
But yeah, but the CGI is fucking great. The fight scenes are fucking phenomenal. And this like they follow the storyline pretty closely. And they have to be so cute. They did him so Momo and Appa, two of my favorite characters in the series.
Right? No, I agree with you. Like they did that well. I'm looking forward to especially Toph. I can't wait to see
Yes,
how
that's
they
my
do
girl.
Toph. Yeah. I'm excited and I'm super excited for the new show that's coming out with the new Avatar. Like that's gonna be dope. I can't wait for that.
Let's see.
For me, I've been watching Peacemaker. Boy, it's such an unserious show, but then it's such a serious show. And it's been good. Like, it starts off a little slow this season, but then it just starts ramping up. And I'm super excited, especially because they're saying the season finale is supposed to give you a glimpse into what to expect for the next few bits of James Gunn's phase, for lack of a better term, because Marvel uses that and DC has to figure out what they want to call their movie phases. But it's supposed to kind of give you an idea of what is going to happen and also lead directly into Superman Man Tomorrow, which is the next Superman movie. So I can't wait. I'm excited. If you haven't watched it, it is on HBO Max. Check it out. That being said, y'all, we're going to say goodbye and call it a day. Thank you for listening and coming on this journey with us, and we will see you next time.